Walk into any hospital in Dubai, Hong Kong, or New York City, and you will likely encounter a familiar face. Chances are you'll be greeted by a Filipina nurse, her smile both welcoming and weary. These nurses are not just healthcare providers, they are the heart and soul of the medical teams they work with. Their dedication and compassion are evident in every interaction, whether they are comforting a patient or assisting in a critical procedure. Step into the homes of families in London and you will find another familiar presence, Rome or Riyadh. In these homes, Filipino domestic workers are indispensable. They manage households with skill and grace, taking care of children, cooking meals, and ensuring that everything runs smoothly. Their contributions often go unnoticed, but they are the unsung heroes of many families. You might find a Filipino domestic worker, her hands skilled in both childcare and household management. Filipinos are everywhere, and their presence is felt in countless ways. They are the backbone of a global workforce, providing essential care and support to millions. But why do so many Filipinos choose these professions, often thousands of miles away from home? They are the backbone of a global workforce, providing essential care and support to millions. But why? What drives so many Filipinos to these specific professions, often thousands of miles away from home? The answer, like most things, is complex. What drives so many Filipinos to these specific professions, often thousands of miles away from home? The answer, like most things, is complex. It involves a mix of historical, cultural, and economic factors. For many, the decision to work abroad is driven by the need to provide for their families, to give their children a better future, and to escape the economic hardships at home. The answer, like most things, is complex. It's a story woven from history, culture, economics, and the sheer determination of a people known for their resilience. The Philippines has a long history of labor migration, dating back to the early 20th century. Over the years, this trend has only grown, with millions of Filipinos now working abroad in various capacities. It's a story woven from history, culture, economics, and the sheer determination of a people known for their resilience. It's a story of sacrifice and ambition, of hardship and hope. These workers leave behind their families and their homeland, often enduring loneliness and homesickness, to build a better life for themselves and their loved ones. It's a story of sacrifice and ambition, of hardship and hope. Despite the challenges, they remain optimistic and determined. They find strength in their communities, in their faith, and in the knowledge that their hard work is making a difference. It's a story that deserves to be told. It's a story that deserves to be told. The resilience and dedication of Filipino workers are truly inspiring. They are a testament to the strength of the human spirit and the power of hope. Their stories remind us of the importance of compassion, hard work, and the enduring bonds of family and community. You can't understand the Philippines without understanding its past. The archipelago's history is a tapestry woven with threads of colonization, resistance, and resilience. Each era of foreign rule left an indelible mark on the nation's identity, culture, and socio-economic structure. Centuries of Spanish and American rule left their mark. The Spanish, who ruled for over 300 years, introduced Catholicism, which remains a dominant religion in the country. They also established a feudal system that created a class divide, the effects of which are still felt today. The Spanish instilled a deep Catholic faith and a reverence for Western education. Churches became the center of community life, and religious festivals became integral to Filipino culture. Education, though limited to the elite, laid the groundwork for a more structured system. The Americans introduced English as a second language and a more structured education system. They established public schools and universities, making education more accessible to the broader population. This shift not only modernized the educational landscape, but also opened new avenues for Filipinos. This focus on English and Western education would prove pivotal. It equipped Filipinos with skills that were in demand globally, setting the stage for future generations to engage with the world on a more equal footing. It gave Filipinos a linguistic advantage in a globalizing world. Proficiency in English became a valuable asset, enabling them to participate in international business, politics, and culture. This linguistic edge continues to benefit the country today, but colonialism also created a legacy of economic dependence. The Spanish and American period saw the Philippines being molded into a supplier of raw materials and cheap labor, a role that hindered the development of a self-sustaining economy. The Philippines was molded into a supplier of raw materials and cheap labor. This economic model benefited the colonizers, who reaped the profits, while many Filipinos remained in poverty, working in plantations and factories under harsh conditions. This system benefited the colonizers but left many Filipinos in poverty. The wealth generated from Filipino labor and resources rarely trickled down to the local population, creating a stark economic divide that persists to this day. This economic disparity, coupled with the skills acquired through colonial education, fueled a wave of outward migration. Filipinos began seeking better opportunities abroad, driven by the hope of escaping poverty and improving their quality of life. Filipinos sought better opportunities abroad, often in roles that mirrored the service-oriented nature of their colonial past. Today, the Filipino diaspora is a testament to the enduring impact of colonization, as millions of Filipinos work overseas, contributing to the global economy while supporting their families back home. Filipinos are raised with a strong sense of family and community. This is embodied in the concept of bayanihan. Bayanihan is about coming together, helping one another, and putting the needs of the collective above individual desires. It's about hard work, sacrifice, and unwavering support for your family, even if it means being miles apart. This spirit of bayanihan is evident in the work ethic of Filipino nurses and domestic workers. They are known for their compassion, their dedication, and their genuine desire to help. They often go above and beyond the call of duty, treating their patients and employers like family. This inherent caregiving nature, deeply rooted in Filipino culture, makes them uniquely suited for these professions. The Philippines has a surplus of nurses and caregivers. This is no accident. The education system, particularly in nursing, is geared towards international employment. Nursing schools are ubiquitous, churning out thousands of graduates each year. Many dream of working abroad where salaries are significantly higher. The curriculum is often tailored to meet the demands of foreign employers. English proficiency is emphasized, and there's a strong focus on practical skills. This pipeline of qualified English-speaking healthcare workers has made the Philippines a prime source of nursing talent for hospitals and clinics worldwide. Section 5. A world in need, filling the gaps in healthcare and homes. The demand for nurses and domestic workers is high globally. Developed countries face aging populations and a shortage of healthcare professionals. Families are busier than ever, juggling work and family life. This creates a need for affordable and reliable domestic help. Filipinos are perfectly positioned to fill these gaps. Their English skills, work ethic, and cultural adaptability make them highly sought-after employees. They are seen as hardworking, trustworthy, and compassionate. This global demand, coupled with the economic realities in the Philippines, creates a cycle of labor migration that shows no signs of slowing down. Section 6. Maria's Journey, from Manila to Milan. Maria, a young woman from a small province in the Philippines, always dreamed of becoming a nurse. Growing up in a tight-knit community, she was inspired by the local healthcare workers who tirelessly served their neighbors. Her passion for nursing was fueled by a desire to give back and make a difference in people's lives. She excelled in school, drawn to the sciences and the idea of caring for others. Her teachers often praised her dedication and empathy, qualities that would serve her well in her future career. Maria spent countless hours studying, determined to achieve her goal. But nursing jobs in the Philippines were scarce and poorly paid. The healthcare system was overwhelmed, and many qualified nurses struggled to find stable employment. Maria knew that staying in her home country would mean facing significant financial challenges. So, like many of her classmates, Maria set her sights abroad. She researched various countries and opportunities, eventually deciding that Italy offered the best prospects. The decision was not easy, as it meant leaving behind her family and everything she knew. After graduating top of her class, Maria secured a nursing job in Milan, Italy. It wasn't easy. The process involved rigorous exams, interviews, and a mountain of paperwork. But Maria's determination never wavered. She had to learn Italian, adapt to a new culture, and cope with being far from her family. The language barrier was a significant hurdle, but Maria took language classes and practiced diligently. She also made an effort to understand and embrace Italian customs and traditions, but she persevered, driven by her desire to provide a better life for herself and her loved ones back home. Maria regularly sent money to her family, helping to support her siblings' education and improve their living conditions. Her hard work and sacrifices were a source of pride for her family. Maria's story is not unique. Many Filipino nurses have similar journeys, leaving their homeland in search of better opportunities. They form close-knit communities abroad, supporting each other through the challenges of living in a foreign country. It's a story repeated thousands of times over, a testament to the sacrifices Filipino workers make for their families and their futures. Their contributions not only uplift their own families, but also strengthen the global healthcare system, showcasing the resilience and dedication of the Filipino spirit. Section 7. John's Sacrifice, Supporting Family from Thousands of Miles Away. John, a father of 3, left his job as a teacher in the Philippines to work as a domestic worker in Hong Kong. The decision tore him apart, but the meager salary of a teacher couldn't support his family's needs. He sends most of his earnings back home, sacrificing his own comfort to ensure his children receive a good education. He misses birthdays, holidays, and everyday moments. But he perseveres, fueled by love and the hope of one day reuniting with his family. John's story highlights the emotional toll of migration. It's a story of love, sacrifice, and the heartbreaking trade-off between financial stability and family unity. Section 8. Beyond remittances, the true cost of migration. The economic impact of Filipino workers abroad is undeniable. Remittances, the money sent back home, are a lifeline for the Philippine economy. But the social costs are often overlooked. Families are separated, children grow up without one or both parents, and communities grapple with the loss of their most talented individuals. The Philippines faces a brain drain, as skilled professionals leave for better opportunities abroad. This reliance on overseas labor, while beneficial in the short term, raises questions about long-term sustainability and the need for better opportunities within the Philippines. Section 9. A legacy of compassion and resilience. Filipino nurses and domestic workers are more than just employees. They are bridges between cultures, ambassadors of goodwill, and symbols of Filipino resilience. They bring their warmth, their compassion, and their unwavering work ethic to every corner of the globe. Their story is one of both triumph and tribulation, of sacrifice and success. It's a story that deserves to be heard, understood, and appreciated. For in their journey we see the strength of the human spirit, the unwavering love for family, and the profound impact of globalization on the lives of ordinary people.